Federal documents show that over the last 4 weeks, more than 100,000 Central American immigrants have tried to breach the U.S.-Mexico border. One America's Richard Pollack spoke to an American journalist living in Guatemala about what this mass migration looks like on the ground and whether it'll get worse.
More than 100,000 Central American migrants have tried to cross the U.S. border in the last 4 weeks. It's the highest level in 5 years. CNN now reports that there is a growing sense of emergency for the Biden administration. Today we're talking to Steve Hecht, an American living in Guatemala, which is the gateway country for Central American migrants trying to enter the United States. He's the publisher of the Impunity Observer, a publication which covers activities that occur in Central America. First of all, Steve, is this an emergency?
I would say it's an emergency, but in case anybody has any doubt, just wait a little more time because it's going to increase quite a bit.
Who is really promoting this in your country, Guatemala? Is it the former guerrilla leaders joined by the so-called coyotes, the human smugglers? Is that an alliance that's actually moving physically these people into the United States?
Yes, it is. And they are aided by the policies of the Biden administration. When he was vice president, he was point man, Obama's point man in the region. And now he's president, he's continuing the same thing. So the three of them are actually working together, not formally, but they're all working in the same direction.
Well, how did Vice President Biden actually help these former guerrillas and these coyotes, as they're called?
He, as Obama's point man here, Biden forced criminal socialists onto Guatemala's highest court, its constitutional court. They destroyed businesses. They increased violence by protecting armed gangs, especially in the border areas. And all of that combined to push people to the United States.
I want to talk a little bit about messaging. What kinds of messages are the people of Guatemala and Central America hearing from the Biden administration that have made them decide to just pull up and go to the United States?
Well, the networks are quite extensive. There are a lot of Guatemalans in the United States, and they're in communication with their people here. And, of course, there's the network of the coyotes and the cartels, and the information passes. So they know perfectly well that Biden's immigration proposal will give people immediate work as soon as the law is passed, and that they will be able to work legally for 5 years and then another 3 years as residents. And after that, they can become U.S. citizens. So they all know that's a better paying job, and you don't have to hide.
So we're now learning that 100,000 migrants attempted in the last 4 weeks to enter the United States. How much bigger do you expect this number to be?
Oh, it could be absolutely huge. I mean, I remember a Rasmussen report that if you open the border, you get 44 million people. I think that's an underestimation. I believe that the United States will be absolutely flooded with these people. And it's pretty apparent that that's exactly what the Biden administration is trying to do.
Steve Hecht, thank you very much for joining us from Guatemala.
My pleasure, Richard.